Welcome to another online battle with comment. This time, the Wood Elves will face up against Vampire Count.
So thank you for tuning in. This time I will show you a match between Wood Elf and Vampire Count. I play as Wood Elf. I think in general Wood Elf has a really good matchup against Vampire Count, and in a competitive way there are two different ways to play, or two different builds to play against Vampire Count. One of them is a really tanky version, like this one I'm playing this game, and the other one is a very infantry and uh, based build with a lot of Glade Guards. Maybe I will show you the other builds also in the future, but in this replay I play the tanky version. And yeah, let's go to my army composition. In the front line you can see I have 3 units of Treekin. In fact, Treekin trade really well with the Crypt Horrors, so they are very good to protect my front line with their Eternal Guard directly behind that. So I have in fact 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Eternal Guards directly behind the Treekin. The Treekin have a charge defense against large enemies. So yeah, I put them in the first row. They are very heavily armored, and yeah. Then I have 2 units of Wild Red Rangers, the top tier infantry of the Wood Elves with armor piercing damage. And then I have on each side a 3-man, and my commander is Dutu. So very important is here the Flock of Doom. So the Flock of Doom is will damage the Vampire Count very heavy. So okay, and the 3-men are very good against Vampire Count, because Vampire Count has a lot of problems with every big unit, also like giants and something like that. So this is the reason why Wood Elf this will perform very well, because it's not so easy for Vampire Count to handle with the 3-man. And yeah, let's go to my opponent's army composition. Here is his hero, Manfred von Carstein. I think it's not the best option against Vampire Count. He combined 2 lores, the Law of Death and the Vampire lore, but I think I would bring a more tanky or more, I think Vlad von Karstein is a good option, and Striga Gulking, because both have a lot of melee attack and weapon strength and so on. And Vlad von Karstein is he's not so bad against Durtu in a 1-on-1. He will not kill him, of course, but I think it's better than Manfred von Karstein. And also Striga Gulking on a flying bat, and yeah. So I think he's casting Spirit Leech over here. And yeah, let us go to the front line. He brought Skeleton Warriors. I would mix Skeleton Warriors with Skeleton Spearmen. Skeleton Warriors, or I would only bring Skeleton Spearmen, because Skeleton Warriors are good in melee against infantry, but if you expect a lot of big units like the tree man or something, I think it would be better to bring skeleton spearmen, but it's also possible to mix them. Here you have the Stanceman, the Graveguard unit, the legendary. I think it's the strongest infantry unit of Vampire count. They perform really well against nearly everything. Yeah, nothing to say about that. They are really good against, of course, all infantry units, and yeah. Then you have in the back line 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Crypt Horrors. As I said, they perform really well against the Treekin. And he has a White King. It's a very good pick against Wood Elf because he's very good against the Tree Man or against Durtu. And yeah, at least I would bring 2 or 3 of them. And then a Mortis Engine. I'm not sure about that, because if I play another build with lots of Glade Guards, the Mortis Engine can really easily focus out. So I wouldn't bring a Mortis Engine against Wood Elf, but I'm not sure. Mortis Engine is always a good option, but always hard to save, and I'm not sure about that. And yeah, and of course he has a unit of Blood Knights. In fact, you need a unit of Blood Knights because Vampire count has not so much options to deal with big units, and the Blood Knights are one of them, and I would bring at least 2. One is it's not enough, but you need Blood Knights in every build against against Wood Elf. Okay, let us start over here. So I charge here, here, and here. In fact, this replay is not really. It's I think 4 or 5 weeks old. So there was no possibility to bring the new legendary units like the Firebog Elders and the Winterheart's Guard. I think if you would bring them, this legendary Treekin unit and this legendary Eternal Guard unit, this build will perform a lot better. But as I said, it's older than that, this replay. At this point, I put my Wildwood Rangers in the back line to prevent them from charges of the cavalry, of the Blood Knights. But it was a mistake over here. I should bring the Eternal Guard for that, so they have a charge defense against large units, and they perform very well against all cavalry. So this was a mistake. So you have to put your Wildwood Rangers in the front line and 2 units of Eternal Guards in the back line to protect them. You can see Flock of Doom comes down. So I permanently spam Flock of Doom on every side. So if the enemy has a Mortis Engine, it's very important to kill them first, because they are healed and complete. The Mortis Engine will heal the units of your opponent. It's very important to chase them away, or to kill them, in fact. And if you have no Glade Guards, it is really not so easy to kill the Mortis Engine, because the Mortis Engine is really fast. Flock of Doom again here. Also, my opponent made some mistakes because his White King and his commander is fighting at the front line. I think he has directly go with his hero and his commander to kill my big units like the the Durtu and the tree man. So over here, my Wildwood Rangers will join the fight on the left flank. I think they cleaned up the. Oh no, here they will they will chase down the Blood Knights on the left flank because they chased in here to kill the treeman over here. And as you see, the treeman is taking a lot of damage from the Blood Knights. Comes down a cast. What is this? So Fate of Buna, he damaged my units with also with spells. Fate of Buna and Spirit Leech, I think. Now this is not a really good situation, but in fact he has only one unit of Blood Knights, so it's not that bad. But you don't have to get in such a situation. You have to stay with your tree man with your other units. So if he's able to separate one tree man, it's you will get a lot of damage from Blood Knights or something. My Durtu is still chasing his Mortis engine or his Manfred. As you can see, he will he will take a lot of damage. I think a few hits, and Manfred will die. And also, I'm not sure if I would bring always my vampire hero on without a mount by foot, because on a mount he will stay steady, and as you can see, the Colic will hit him very heavy. Then on foot, the commander will he will fly away or something like that, and it's more difficult for a Durtu to kill the commander. No, he's dead. So Vlad von Karstein is, in my opinion, as I said, a very good option to fight against Durtu. So here I chased the Mortis engine with a group of Eternal Guard. The fight in the front line was running really well for him because he outnumbered my Treekin with his Crypt Horrors, and as I said, they trade really even. So if you crush one unit of Crypt Horrors against one unit of Treekin, it's nearly even. I'm not sure which unit will win at the end, but it's a very close-up fight. Also, my Treeman has a lot of problems. You can imagine if he has had 2 units of Blood Knights, my Treekin would be almost dead. But I won over here, and these units will join the fight over here. Flock of Doom again, and now the both. They were able to kill the Blood Knights, and of course Manfred von Karstein is dead. So if a vampire count hero or vampire count commander will be erased or will be die, so the rest of his army, it's very complicated for vampire to handle this, because the other units get a big leadership. The leadership will fall very heavy. So it's always this, save your commander as vampire count, because it's really heavy to lose them. So I think it's nearly over. Yeah, his Mortis engine is still online, but he I chased them away. So the Mortis engine was the complete fight over here. So he was not able to heal his units over here. But it's always the best way to kill the Mortis engine, of course. As you can see, there's one really healthy tree man. And this one was also was really heavily damaged from the Blood Knights. So it's always really difficult to play against Vampire Count, and as I said, I think there are two ways to do this, always with a tanky version, like this or a other. The other version is with a lot of Eternal Guards, much more, and a lot of Glade Guards, so the bowmen of the Wood Elves, without any monsters, and yeah, then you spread your army really wide, and yeah, you have, so Vampire Con has a lot of problems to go through the Glade Guards, and the fire arrows will damage the Vampire Con really heavy. But I will show you this in another replay. As you can see, yeah, I would, as I said, I would bring Skeleton Spearmen, or yeah, at least I would bring only Skeleton Spearmen, mixed with 2 units of Great Guards, I think, Grave Guards. More Blood Knights, less Crypt Horrors, and yeah, also I think a Mortis engine is not the best option. But it can be, it depends. So thank you for tuning in, and let me know what you think, and have a nice day, and see you next time.